Hi, this is Alonzo Nash from Team Broccoli, and I will be doing the audio for our videos for our goal today. So here we start off in my scene. We run into the red origami, which will lead us throughout the level. We can go up this way for a little quick route instead of taking the boxes to reach up to the top one. Come up here, we get up to the water tower, which we will find our very first blue origami, which gives us a little message. From there, we make our way to the second building. More of the red origami as we're dodging these turrets. And then we come from the roof to the little closet, find another blue origami, come out of here, find our first little intake with water. We get some more origami, come to another waddle platforming area. We'll need to jump across here to make it to the tower, which will lead us onto the island. So we jump across and find another blue origami. It gives us another message. Come out here, we find an exit, which will come across to this radio tower and will lead us to the tower that we need to get onto. If you notice you fall, you will die because that is a pretty long drop into the water. So we come around here. We need to duck under here. Come around, you see those that pick up there. Another scrap item for our scrapper. Come up around here, jump on top. Then we will jump onto the tower and inside through the window. Come through another door. See, we're inside. We're going to go around the corner over here and we'll notice that there's an elevator, but we are unable to access the elevator because there's no power on this floor. So we're going to have to return power to this floor. You may be wondering, how are we going to do this? First, we're going to come into this second room. Since we can't get into the first one, we're going to pull out one of these boxes or crates, and we're going to use that to get over this wall where we come onto our first slide puzzle. It's a little difficult to see it with the light, but we get it through. We're able to unlock the switch, power on that switch. We're going to use this box or crate, jump back over. Now that we have flipped the switch, we can see that there's power back to this floor because there are lights are turned on. And then now that there's power back, as we collect these origami real quick, we will see that the elevator door will work. And we activate it. Opening the door, we jump over some lasers that will definitely cause us some health problems. Now, and avoid the lasers as best as we can. Onto the elevator. Pick up another origami and pick up. We're going to avoid all these lasers and turrets. And we have found our way onto the island. From here, we go through Ivan Tate's level, or scene, collecting more of our red and blue origami. We come to a bamboo gate. We're going to need to find an axe. So if we look around a little bit, we see under our boat there's an axe, but it's pretty rusted, so we're only going to get about one use out of it. So we're going to use this axe on our bamboo gate, and that's going to allow us to continue on to the rest of the level, collect more of the red and blue origami, and a couple other collectibles as we come across them. Moving on through the island, we'll find a little village. And this gate that we're going to probably need another axe to get through. I'm going to go through these little storage areas, little huts. We'll find some items that should be helpful in our travel across this island. Now that we got our axe, we'll be able to make it through the gate. Turn to our left and we notice that there is a caved in wall, so we're going to have to find some way of getting through there. Make it through these obstacles, more origami for us. And then we realize that we have found a bomb. So we're going to use that bomb. It's going to help us get through this cave-in. So we go through the tunnel. And notice there is another cave-in, which means we're going to have to find another bomb for us to move forward. So we're going to go down the open path. We'll find a waterfall, which we can traverse across and find the bomb we have been desperately looking for. Take our way back, leave from this beautiful waterfall, come back through the cave, and continue on our journey through the island and up the mountain. But for us to get up the mountain, we're going to have to go through Harvey Hill's level, which is this fantastic factory we are coming to. So this factory requires that we have our command nodes. We're going to need those to get through the level. Now we've picked up 3 of them. You see that we're going to need these 3 to get through this first room. 1 to activate the elevator, which will bring us up to this top floor. As we come up here, we'll see that we're going to need 2 more to activate whatever this panel is connected to, which happens to be the guard or shield that is blocking this command node puzzle. So we're going to have to move the slider all the way over to the red area. It's going to activate the force field and lower it so we can move on. We're going to come to our next slide, command node puzzle. You need to be the right amount of distance at the right angle to get them moving up and around. We get there. It's pretty simple once you get the hang of it, which will activate the very first generator in this scene, which turns on our lights and allows us to move on forward without too much of a problem. But we will need to collect these C nodes if we wish to continue on through the rest of this awesome level created by Team Broccoli. Now with these 2 C nodes, we can activate this panel, which will drain out the awful sludge that is there to hurt us. Come back around, make it to the second puzzle. Position is also a big important factor here, and our flashlight will help us in these dark areas. Figure out where our gravinal is, use it to move the C node, or command node. Drag it around until we can. Here we go. Okay, we're at that right position right there. Are we there yet? There we are. I think we got it about now. And we're going to turn on our second generator, which turns on the lights. Still pretty dim in here, but we got some lighting going on for us. So we're going to need to move on up. I'm going to have to use these shipment canisters to help us move on to the next level. Grab one of these boxes so we have something to jump across, jump on. I got more of these scrap items. Jump up. Try to avoid these vats of sludge. We come up to this room, we're going to have to platform around. We definitely don't want to fall into the sludge, as it is very toxic and will definitely kill our lovable scrapper. Come around. Miss that C node, or command node. So you're going to want to pick that up without falling. Come back around. We get to our third generator. Slide it around just a little bit. It takes a little bit of work. Got a very small area to step here, so we want to make sure we don't fall into the sludge. And then we activate our third generator, turning on the lights and helping us make our way to the elevator. Jump across here, place our command node, get ourselves inside the elevator. Then we're going to go on a little ride till we get to the next floor. Takes a little bit, as you can see, but we are now here and we can see another command node puzzle in front of us. So, as everything has showed us before, we're going to definitely need to complete this. It's a long one, a little tough, but we're all great scrappers, so I feel that we'll be confident in getting through this. As you can see, it's pretty long. So we're going to have to move around a little bit. This first one takes a little work to get to, but we got it working. We'll make it through. Come back through the rest of the puzzle. Try to avoid these little blockers, as you can see. We can tell that our flashlight is a big help here, since we're in these dark areas. Especially at night, flashlight is very helpful to a scrapper. So we're going to activate these switches, and now we have powered up the command node. But we're going to need to make it through this force field. So we're going to have to find another set of command nodes and activate the power on the second side. So we can start by moving this box over here, which is going to help us jump over this gate. We will find all of the command nodes that we're going to need. You just need to pick them up. Use this other crate to jump over the fence. And then we are ready to place our command nodes, which will open the force field, giving us cash and another origami message. Continue on until we make it to Jonathan Cusack's level. Here we come upon a locked gate in the Lost Precipice. We're going to have to find that key for it, which will help us open the gate. From here we move on to the left side because we have 5 gems we're going to need to collect. The first one is on this side, so we might as well go to the left. Make sure we pick all of those up and don't have to do any backtracking for ourselves, while avoiding these turrets that are dead set on killing our scrapper. Come in, we'll find some more origami, pick up the red gem, and then run for dear life as we try to avoid these turrets and make it to the other side of the Lost Precipice. From here, we move along, find another building. Come to this building, some health packs, a gas chamber that we're able to exit out of, pick up our yellow gem, move along to the next area where we find a couple statues. We get a warning about what is in store for us as we pick up the blue gem. come around this corner, up the steps, avoid these turrets as best as we can. We're going to pick up the green and the purple gem. Let's show off the numbers we're going to need. We'll realize that this gate actually will not unlock unless we have the necessary key, which is the Ring of Gear. So we're going to find this other facility right behind, or building right behind the main facility. We see a little sarcophagus or coffin, not so little, but we're going to remove the lid and we're going to find the Ring of Gear, grab a couple health pickups, and make our way onto the gate. And now that we have the Ring of Gear, we can open that and move along to the hidden bunker, Andrew Young's level. As we come along here, we'll see these little objects that we can lift up off of the buildings. There's nothing there, but if we come here, we'll see that we can pick up some more scraps for our scrapper to utilize and help him make his way in the world. Then we come into the bunker. Yet another origami. When we run around, we'll find a blowtorch. This blowtorch is going to be very useful for us because we are going to use it to get into this room. As the door is jammed, we're going to have to use the blowtorch to get in through this grate. Since the blowtorch is so nice, it'll give us access. Well, we will find some wire. And that wire is going to come in handy in just a second. We're going to use that actually to come over to this circuit breaker. And once we make it to the circuit breaker, our power will come back on. So we're going to need to use the computer you might have seen over to the right to access that item. But to get into that computer, we're going to need the access card, which is in this room filled with gas. Now that we have the power on, we can vent all the gas out of the room and survive walking in here. Picking up a couple items on the way, like the security guard and some more scraps and maybe a little bit of money. We are now ready to access the computer, which we will do right now, and will give us our item that we have been looking for. But even though we've completed what was necessary of us, there's still a little bit more to explore. So we're going to go down here, down this elevator. See, we can't go this way, so we're going to go around the other way. We will find a wide open space full of items that a scrapper would love to get his hands on. So run around here for a little bit. We'll see what we can find. Jump up here. And back around. And back up. Then we come up here. And we found another item. And that is